In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the email section and all the different things you can do right here. It'll default to the compose message when you click on the emails here, so you can basically craft up a brand new email from scratch. You'll see that there is an option to use the property default send from email address, so whatever you've plugged into your defaults, you could use that. Or if you have multiple emails, possibly a couple different email aliases, you can select which one you want to send from here as well through the dropdown. If you already have an email template ready to go and you just need to plug it in, take a look at it and send it out, you can apply a template here. I just have the one. And then the two will either pull from the contacts, or you can manually type in an email address as well, and then make sure to click on it so you add it to the queue here. Otherwise, it'll just erase that email address. The subject line will be by default the contract title, but you can delete that and edit it wherever you need to do. You can put something else completely different in there. You will have access to the merge fields as well, so if you saw the email template video, you'll be a little familiar with this. You can write out the body of the email here, select an email signature, pull in files from your file storage, or manually upload a file from your computer using either this option here or the attached files. They both do the same thing. Or you can even bring them in here via the attached files by role. So if you have a file already attached to this transaction, just look for the file role. You can pull it in that way as well. Down here, you'll have scheduled message. So if you want to send this out later, or maybe you're still working on it, it's not quite ready, save it as draft, or send it out immediately. The apply template will be the same thing as the button at the top here, just two buttons, one at the top, one at the bottom, do the same thing. The priorities we'll cover a little bit later. It's basically the health bar at the top of your page of the transaction. Shows you things that need to get done, whether things that are due today, past due even, or due in the next couple of days. You can send out a quick test email, or delete everything that's in here. So if you were halfway working through an email, but then maybe got distracted or needed to change directions, I do recommend clicking the delete button because it's going to erase everything and get you back to this point, so you can start from scratch and just have a nice fresh email base. Now, after the compose, you'll have your scheduled emails. So if you do schedule any of these out, you'll be able to see what is actually going to be scheduled and when that's going to be sent out. Obviously, the send folder will have all the emails you have sent out. And if you use the Google API connection, you can see the synced emails here. This will allow you to choose a label that you have in Google. So you see I have some different options here, and allow you to scan for whatever those emails are that have that label. So let's say Google Voice. It's going to go ahead and connect to the Google side, start scanning for those emails. And now I have basically a mini inbox from my own Google of these emails. So if I went to my Google email, I would be able to see these in there as well. And then this is pretty neat, is that it can look through that label and scan the messages for any documents that might be in there and try to pull those into the transaction. A lot of the times you probably won't need to manually create any of these emails in this spot here. You'll usually be applying a template or even using email templates through the task trigger. So this is more so if you just need to quickly jump in and send out a quick message to some of the contacts. From there, we'll go ahead and jump into another section.